My name is Tanmoy Dutta of the Mechanical Engineering Department. My roll number is 20ME10087. In this DIY assignment, I have used the Proteus software to simulate the working of the digital humidity and temperature sensor and using the Arduino. Now, according to the table that has been given, I have to take in the temperature and the humidity inputs from the sensor and accordingly make the LED blink. Like if the temperature is less than equal to 15 degrees Celsius and humidity is less than 25 percentage, the relative humidity, the LED has to be made high for 1 second and for the rest it would be off. Similarly, for the others, I have to make the LED blink accordingly. Now here's the code. According to the instructions, the code has been stated. In place of seconds, we have used milliseconds because the Arduino software itself uses time in milliseconds. So instead of the seconds, we have to scale up everything by a factor of 1000 in order to make the calculations plausible. And I am also printing onto the terminal window using the serial println functions, and then I'm going to run the simulation. Currently, the data has been set for the relative humidity is set to less than 25% and the temperature has been set to less than equal to 15 degrees Celsius, which happens to be the first set of information. And we can see that the LED turns on for exactly 1 second and for the rest of the time it is off, that is in low state. Similarly, I can stop the simulation and input the other data. Like the next data is T is still less than equal to 15 degrees Celsius and humidity is greater than 60%. So I will set the humidity to be 70% here and then run the simulation again. This time the LED will be on for a slightly shorter amount of time. As we can see, it has been on for exactly half a second instead of the 1 second in the previous case. And for the rest of the time it is in low state. Now we can again stop the simulation and input the data for the third slab, which is T greater than equal to 28 degrees Celsius and humidity less than 25%. So we will set the temperature to be greater than 30 degrees Celsius and the humidity will be set to less than 25, which is 20. We will run the simulation again, and this time again, like in the first case, the LED will again be high for exactly 1 second, as we can see. We will stop the simulation and finally input the data for the last set. And then run the simulation again. Now the LED, like in the second scenario, will be high but for a slightly smaller amount of time. As we can see, it has become low very quickly. Once more we will see that. There it is. So this was the digital humidity and temperature sensor simulation using Arduino and Proteus software. Thank you for this project. We will now move on to the next project. Back this to the second project of the DIY assignment 3. So in the second part, I have used the same software, the Proteus 8 software, in order to demonstrate the formation of a square wave by toggling the LED on pin 13 on and off. So pin 13 has been activated and accordingly the square wave has to be formed according to the instructions given here. So it will be for the first part of the wave, it will be on for half second and off for 1 second. So here we have for half second, of course in 500 milliseconds, since Arduino measures in milliseconds, and the delay has been set. Accordingly, for the second and third part of the wave also, I have given the time according to this instructions over here. So this entire thing will form the first part of the wave, and since this is within the loop function, it will keep on reforming this square wave again and again. Onto the simulation. So yes, I have to set the, sorry, not the virtual terminal, I have to set the digital oscilloscope. It will take some time because of the specification of my computer. Okay, so here it is. So I'm going to push the press button again and restart this program. Okay, so this, from here we have the first part. It will remain high for half second and remain off for 1 second, and again remain high for 0.25 of the second for the second part of the wave, and low for half second, and for the last part it will be stretched off for a bit. For 2 seconds it will stay and then remain low for the rest of the 4 seconds, as according to the instructions. And this will keep on repeating, since this part of the code was in the loop function, and we know that the code within the loop function of the sketch keeps on running over and over again. So we can see the waveform, the square waveform forming again. Here it goes, the third part, which was stretched off for a bit long. So there it is. Thanks a lot for watching this video, for watching the demonstration of Arduino and various sensors and the formation of square waves using Proteus software. Thanks a lot.